Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording session of Hearthstone. I guess I should firstly admit I can't count. There was actually enough days before the release of Blackrock Mountain for me to do one more recording session, and this is it. Also, for starters, let's get into the game. Druid and Rogue is all we're gonna play as, I guess, and for starters, let me ask everybody to turn off any ad blockers and subscribe to my channel. So, Druid and Rogue, here we go. Hopefully, we just... Press for time today. This is one of those days again where I may end up having to work really hard to get 3 recording sessions done. I'm starting early, which is always a problem. I need to make a chart of what kind of players I think we get at specific times during the day. I think there is enough of a sample size there that
Malfurion versus
I can figure out playing at specific times on specific days.
I must protect the wild.
For instance, today is Tuesday, and I'm playing at about 10:50 in the morning. So who would be playing Hearthstone right now besides it'd have to be
Job's done.
adults, I suppose, and professional Hearthstone players. So I bet right now is a terrible time to be playing Hearthstone if you want to run across bad players. Sure, if they do put me together with people that are several hours away,
Job's done.
say 5 hours away from my time zone, then there might be some kids in that area playing before school, but I don't think so. Played my Mana Wraith.
Job's done.
I'm gonna play my Mana Wraith pretty late this game. Interesting. I figured out why my clock is not right on my computer. Because my computer uses Linux, it is set to a UTC time, so it doesn't actually
For the wild.
Adjust for the Windows automatic time when daylight savings happens, because every couple years or so it seems like daylight savings changes a little bit as to when it starts and when it stops, and it just messes with everything. So I just stick to UTC. It works on Linux, and it doesn't seem to really work that well on Windows. And it took some trickery to get Windows to accept it at all. Well, at least I've done some trickery trying to get it to accept it, but it doesn't seem like it does. So whatever. I'm one of those types of people that doesn't bother to change the clocks for daylight savings times anyways. silly concept to even have clocks in today's day and age, because your cell phone should be with you at all times, and it is the perfect clock. It's constantly synchronizing with the cell tower's network's time, unless you change it, and there are ways to change it so it synchronizes with other times. I feel like the cell tower's clock isn't accurate enough, but things like daylight savings times and all that, even like time zone changes, will be automatically adjusted. And so if you just move, transform a friendly minion. Let's try this.
You might feel a little tingle.
Job's done.
What's happening?
What's this? Goblin Sapper has +4 attack when your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand. I don't think I've ever seen that card before. Speaking of cards, I did get a look. They posted what they said was all the cards for Blackrock Mountain. There's several interesting cards. They introduced this gameplay concept of
my shield
things
for
being
Argus.
cheaper for
Time for a
based
change.
on the number of friendly minions that have died in that turn.
Job's done.
So that's something that could definitely turn things around. And there's some other cards that look like they could just be really wild if played right, but nothing hugely out there. Nothing. The problem, in my opinion, with it is that it's just, you can't get to that level. You just can't get to the level that's needed. Let's see. This.
Into the breach.
For the wilds.
This.
Like a fuse.
This.
Job's done.
So, with not enough cards coming out, in my opinion, with Blackrock Mountain, it's just, even though there is this underlying new gameplay mechanic, there's not that 4 to 5 to 6 cards you need for them all to work together, doing the same thing. Kind of like spell damage for mage. Spell damage +1 is an ability that is on I think 1 to 6 mana card. So there's a 1 mana card that's spell damage +1, there's a 2 mana card, I know for sure. There's a 3 mana card, there's a 4 mana card. I think there might be 2 4 mana cards. There's a 5 mana card, and there's a 6 mana card. That's what's needed if you're going to have a gameplay element. Oh look, I won.
Into the breach.
Not even trying.
For the wilds.
It's similar to the Thaddeus thing. For summon Thaddeus as the strategy, there are really only 4 cards that really, in my opinion, work with it. There is Stalag and Fugan to summon them. There's the card that doubles the death triggers, so you would get 2 Thaddiuses. And then there's Kel'Thuzad, which brings back Stalag and Fugan, which means you could theoretically have an infinite amount of Thaddiuses. And even with those 4 cards, is Stalag, Fugan,
versus Anduin.
Thaddeus, and doubling your
light
death rate
shall
triggers,
bring
are those 4
your
cards good
back.
enough to be in your deck? Not really. The sad truth of it is, it's just not, it doesn't work with enough of the other.
Greetings.
The
Yep,
pleasure
early
is
morning.
mine.
You
Doesn't
shall
work with
not
the other
pass.
cards as much. Oh, end my turn. I'm gonna end my turn and hold back my mana coin. Not summon this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna summon this, and then just end my turn. Alright, so I want to summon this. I want to do this. I want to do this.
Here we go.
Smack in the face.
Done.
Throw this up there. Throw this
You
up
shall
there.
not pass.
Here we go.
Don't attack yet. Instead attack with this. And now attack.
Here we go.
Let's see. This. That.
Job done.
Well, it seems like it's working. So I really want like a 1-mana creature. There you go. Creature. Plus
My
Shield
shield
of
for
Argus.
Argus.
Let's go ahead and get rid of annoyances.
Here we go.
He hasn't been able to summon any
Job done.
other creatures. Well, hasn't chosen to.
Magic
I really hate that I kind of feel so down on Black Hawk Mountain and I haven't even seen it yet, but I mean, what can you do? What can you do here? Let's see.
Into the breach.
Here we go.
Got this guy. They haven't worked very hard at all to differentiate it from Nexramas. Instead, they've doubled down and said, oh, it's the spiritual successor of Nexramas. Which is not
Here
really
we
what I
go.
wanted to hear. I really didn't want to hear anything as far as any more adventures. At least not in that fashion. If they had come back and done something completely different and called it a new adventure, and it just didn't have wings, didn't do any of the
Here we go.
things in the way that Nexramas did it, they might have caught my attention then. Well, let's see. I don't see any reason to destroy a weapon yet.
Not all wonder are lost.
Been seeing a lot of Prophet Valen lately. Is it a new card, or did people just decide that it was really useful? Let's see.
Here we go.
This, and then this, then equip this,
Job done.
then end our turn. He's got way bigger card advantage, and it seems like if he's playing Prophet Valen, he might be setting up for Oh, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Here we go.
Doesn't feel like I have a chance. It's kind of... He just let me burn myself out. What a strategy. He just let me burn myself out.
Minions, servants,
Attacking
soldiers of
all
the
his
cold
creatures. Now he's
Kel'Thuzad.
in this situation where he has tons of cards and I have none.
Here we go.
And there's nothing stopping him from winning this next turn. Nothing at all. Is this how you effectively play as the priest? You just let the other player burn their cards out? If I was a better player, then potentially I wouldn't allow that to happen. But I don't know what I could have really done different there. We may have some trouble casting spell cards. We've only cast 9 in 2 games, but we may be fine. We may only go 2 episodes. We may only go 1 episode, actually. Now is definitely the time to go short on episodes.
Let the hunt begin.
With
I must
Black Rock Mountain
protect the
coming,
wild.
I'll want to not do that, but I think what we'll do after Black Rock Mountain is we'll slowly work our way up to having, like, I was saying 10,000, maybe 5,000's more realistic amount of gold. So sometimes I'll do arena runs, but maybe not every single recording session. Is where I'm thinking. Because I definitely don't want to get stuck in this question again. course, I should theoretically have a good long amount of time until the next expansion after Black Rock Mountain. Because that'll just be, assumedly, that would just be cards. Like goblins and gnomes, and
Job's
then
done.
what can I really do about that? All I did with goblins versus gnomes is play arena runs to get more decks. Alright, let's see. I want to play this. Let's go ahead and do this. And then attack with this one. Yep. Oh yes, freezing trap. Worked exactly like I had. Good
Job's
move.
done.
Good lucky move I had
Well
that.
played.
Ready for action!
Alright, so we'll throw this there and
Job's done.
turn.
Your magic shall not save me.
You might feel a little tingle.
So if
I
I go
got the
into a
beast in my
creature
sights.
that has charge, I guess I would have the
Job's
ability
done.
to attack at twice in one turn with Recombobulator. If I was just lucky enough to transfer it to something with charge. That was one of the Black Rock Mountains specifically. It said it would give you a random card from your hero deck pool. So instead of a random neutral card, it would basically whatever hero you wore.
Need you to
Give you a
master.
card from that, which is a potential game breaker. If, I mean, it could be very useful for some heroes and it could be very unuseful for some others. Then there was one card that just changes the heroes to another named hero, which we've seen that, but until we see somebody play it, I don't know what that means. Because it's one of those cards that does not fully explain what that means at all. It just says, change the person to this new named character. Let's see. Take this. And then take this.
For
This
master.
guy out. Let's go to the face.
Job's done.
Maybe I should hold this guy back.
To my side. Handle it.
Either way I attack this guy, somebody's gonna die.
For master.
Let's see.
For the wilds.
I'm gonna just hold this guy back in reserve. Do I need a 5th character on the board? Not really.
Truth is my
Is,
shield.
even if I did have a 5th character, is that going to really change a lot? Let's see. Alright, so let's take this guy here. And then do 4 damage here. And then this. Attack the face. Attack the face. And we
For the
take
wild.
this guy out. It is our turn.
Tazdingo! Yes! Where shall I strike?
This guy, let's see. Charge this guy. Charge this guy. Let's go throw this guy out there
For the wild.
and attack this guy. So now I've got a 3 to smash the face.
Job's done.
I think I've got this.
To Northrend!
Well played. Well fought. I concede.
I could have done 5 more damage and worked on my soul if gracious enough to allow me. But with that 3rd game, we've accomplished 2, and we are well on our way to accomplishing the 2nd. We've accomplished 1 of our quests, well on our way to accomplishing the 2nd one, and then the 3rd one is playing spells, which might push us into playing the mage next episode, if we even go into next episode.
Valera versus Jaina!
You asked for it.
Watch your back.
Let's see what's going on. If I don't know if anything is going on. Let's see. Worked on my Minecraft server. Made some progress with that. Not on the Sky Factory thing. As far as I'm concerned, it's kind of done. I've done as much as I can at my level on it. The only things that I'm working on are just aesthetic things that aren't really necessary, and you could certainly take the concept of Sky Factory in vanilla and apply it to a different constructed area, and it would be very, very similar. Like my design to put a nether fortress in the nether and design that from scratch really is just an architectural side project and has nothing to do with really the actual mechanics of it. One thing that I did do was, as far as the nether elements, my system of establishing how those
Job's
are
done.
handed out is really just a tricky command block. Well, two command blocks. One command block tests for you in a certain range, a large radius, and sees if there's any players. And if there are any players that are in that radius, it will trigger and stay triggered until the players are no longer in that radius. And if I inverted the signal, I should have. That wasn't the right thing to do. And from inverting that signal, it just clones
Here we go.
a copy of an area.
Job's
So
done.
there'll be like one area full of netherrack if you want to get nether wart, and you sit there and mine it all out, and then you walk around the corner, and then you walk back in the room, and it's magically there again. So it's a infinite drill that solves the problem of the fact that I've
Are
taken
you
a
ready
huge
for this?
chunk of area that was originally full of netherrack, and gotten rid of it. And I'll do the same for several other things like quartz and sun glowstone.
I wonder.
But it is a particularly dangerous area to be doing anything in it. So you are risking your own life and limb to be mining that stuff. It's just naturally fills
Here
up
we
with
go.
Job's done.
pigmen, which are fine as long as you don't attack them. But then also, I will have some. Oh, what are these little yellow ones called? Blazes, yeah, blaze spawners flying around. So, which will attack you. And then gas will naturally spawn on rare occasions. And skeletons won't spawn at all, but that's fine because it's probably not a good idea that you would want to summon the wither.
You shall not pass.
For master!
All of that. One of the problems I'm having
Job's
with
done.
working in Minecraft is that sometimes when I do clone commands, I just do them in the totally wrong places. There needs to be, I need to go and like edit out the parts that I want to keep, and then regenerate the land and put the parts I don't want to keep, replace them with the original natural generation. That's one of the few things that, yeah, I'd say few,
Stalag kill! For master!
that comes about, or
Stalag kill!
well that it has an undo command, well that it has a regen command. So if you would, as I often would, make large mistakes or copy something into the wrong place, you could just undo it and put the area that you copied or cloned something into back to the way it was. In vanilla Minecraft, not so. So if I clone something in the wrong place, I have to basically just go fill it in with dirt. I have to figure something else with it. If you leave it as air, you have this problem of
Minions, servants, soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call of Kel'Thuzad.
Here we
that
go.
stinks.
Job
I was
done.
hoping something would kill this guy. See, now he may just bother to kill Kel'Thuzad and not kill Fugan. I should have attacked this guy with Fugan.
I'll show them all!
Alright, let's see. Put this. Let's see. I don't think I got the combo there. Huh.
For Master!
Doesn't seem like it's gonna matter.
Here we go.
Another victory. Great. Oh, ice block. This is the secret that they managed to use to get the 40-hour plus game going. Is ice block allows you to survive one more turn, so they could set up a crazy system of doing tons of damage to the face. But because ice block has been activated, it doesn't matter. It just nullifies it. Alright, let's see. I want to do this. If I do this, I'll be doing 11 damage.
I wonder.
My shield for Argon!
You shall not pass.
And let's see.
For
One of
Master.
these to the face. And one of
Here
these
we
to
go.
the face.
Job done.
Get ready, here we go. Next turn we should win. I guess I could have played a little bit better if I'd drawn the cards, some of them in the church.
Now you feel pain!
So, yeah, what was it talking about? The Warcraft server, working still on the magic room, as it were.
You win.
The facade of it, the front of it, keeping it all so it's as small as possible. It's one thing I'd like to do. It needs to be a little bit smaller. I'm going like an entire dimension down one block just to have like one piston hidden. Yeah, otherwise somebody could stick. I don't know, I guess you have to go 2 down, wouldn't you? Yeah, I think I might just leave it and have it where it's at. If one piston's exposed, theoretically somebody could put
Malfurion
Hey,
versus
could
Jaina!
block the thing.
You asked
But if
for
I
it.
put a bedrock in front
the
on,
wild.
on it, then theoretically somebody could charge the bedrock. Maybe I should not be using bedrock and instead be using barrier blocks on the bottom of it. Yeah, that would help. Not gonna need him. Probably don't need him. Probably don't need him. Because barrier blocks don't carry electricity and they can't be destroyed even by a crazy bedrock thing.
Hello.
I'm not used to using barrier blocks is the thing.
My greeting.
Being invisible, they're a little strange.
Job's done.
What I'd really like to be able to do is make barrier blocks, put them in a crafting table with any other block, and then they would have the face of that item. So if I put a quartz block in there, if I put a quartz block and a barrier block in a crafting table, I should get the quartz block back and have a barrier block that has the face of it.
Job's
But really,
done.
if I'm using a barrier block, it doesn't matter anyways. But that would solve a lot of the problems where I'm having to, where I want something to look a certain way, but I also don't want it to be destroyed.
Stratholme will be purged.
While I still don't want to create an adventure mode type thing.
For the wilds.
While adventure mode is cool and all,
Job's done.
doesn't quite work. Last thing we're doing is we're just trying to cast spells on this last game. I don't think we're gonna cast enough. Next episode seems like we're gonna go all mage and grind out some spell casting.
Something needs tinkering?
If you have a beast transform to that, well, we don't. So let's.
You
this
to
guy.
master.
Looks like we're gonna win. We're gonna lose, which is fine. I also have to kind of get going today, so I'm not sure I'll be able to record another episode until late in the evening tonight. But good thing I started early. Got me down
Well
to
played.
7. Let's see. Cast some spells. This. And then.
For master. For the wilds.
Job's done.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna save me another turn. But we did good. We got 2 quests done in 1 episode. That's not a problem.
Well played.
that's the end of this episode. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. We have 18 more spells to cast, I suppose, or spell damage. Are we doing spell damage, or is he spelling? Yes, 18 more spells to cast next episode. We're at 1855, which is above the halfway mark, but you know, we're close to that 3,500 we wanted. But that's about as good as we're gonna get it. So, watch every second of my video. If I didn't say that, I have fan funding enabled. You click on my name, Rydo, that'll take you to my main YouTube page. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Any amount you donate will be greatly appreciated. If you want to follow me on Google Plus or Twitter, or friend me on battle.net or Steam, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.